So, once our grade has been finished, we need to get this edit back into Avid fully graded. To do that, we need to export our graded media from Resolve and then take it back to Avid using another AAF that we generate that references the graded version of the timeline. Just like last time, we're going to need to go to the delivery panel and we'll have to export all of our graded clips from here individually. So I'm going to go to the delivery panel, and this time I'm actually going to use a preset. So I'm going to go under Avid AAF. So Avid isn't like other NLEs. Avid likes to use a format called MXF, which stands for Material Exchange Format, and it's basically another form of container. It's a format like .mov or .mp4 that can contain a number of different codecs. MXFs tend to be for Avid workflows. Now, it used to be MXFs were a bit temperamental outside of Avid, and to this day, every now and again, if you combine the DNxHD codec with an MXF wrapper, then you can get a few issues in things like even Resolve and Final Cut, and that it is not as much of a problem as it used to be, but it's still something worth keeping in mind that DNxHD codecs in MXF wrappers have caused issues before. So, we're going to export all of these individually. Now, when I hit the AAF shortcut, it sets everything kind of more or less correct. I'm just going to go into advanced settings and I'm going to add 13 frame handles as per usual, just in case. And then we have everything we need. So then I need to browse location, and I'm going to go into, and here I have my deliverables folder. So this is for the AAF demo. I'm just going to select that folder, and then I hit add to render queue, then hit and select this job, and then hit start render. And then Resolve goes ahead and does its thing. Now, I don't need to go back to the edit panel and manually export an AAF or an XML or anything, because this preset actually does that by itself, so we've already got everything we need in that folder now. There's an extra step to take before we can actually get this back into Avid correctly. At this point, we are now done within Resolve, so we can save our project. I'll call this AAF demo. And then I can close Resolve. So now I need to go into my deliverables folder, and I need to take all of this, I need to copy it to my clipboard. Control C, Command C if you're on a Mac. And then I need to go into Windows, and I need to, I need to go into my C drive. Now I need to find my Avid Media Files folder, and this thing is a giant headache. This is a folder that needs to contain any MXF stuff or any files you're going to import, because Avid wants to index them first. And Avid automatically creates it the first time you import something. It can only be on the very top side of a drive, on the very top layer of a drive. This thing's a nightmare, and it's a horrible, horrible way to organize media in my opinion, but that's Avid. And I'm not the only person who thinks that either. So I need to go into the Avid Media Files folder, then into the MXF folder, and here I have number 1. I need to make a new folder with a number, and the number is just so we can keep organized. So I'm going to make a new folder, and because this is my most recent project, it's going to be 2. And then I actually need to paste, Control or Command V, all of my deliverable files into this folder, because I'm going to have to import these files from inside this folder into Avid, which is counterintuitive, but that's also Avid as well. So I've got all of my stuff in the right place now, and I need to open up Avid, so I'm here back in Avid, and you can see that when I open Avid back up, there's a little loading bar because it's been indexing anything new that's been added to the Avid Media folders, the Avid Media folder location. So I'm just going to minimize these windows for a second. So what I need to do is bring the media back in, the MXF media back in. So I need to go to Input, and import media, and I actually need to go back to this PC, C drive, Avid Media Files, MXF. I need to manually navigate. Now I'm not importing all of these like I would do a big click and drag or Command A and import in Premiere Pro or Resolve or anything else. I am looking for one file here, and that is this .mdb media database file. I'm just going to open that first, okay? So I'm going to hit open, and then that's going to bring all of the graded clips from my timeline into Avid. Now that I have done this, I am then going to right click and choose Input, Import Media, and I'm actually going to import the AAF file as well. Now this is just the AAF, and when I do that, I now have, bring that back, I have a new sequence which comes up here, which is now called AAF demo after my AAF file, and lo and behold, I have my graded media. Let's turn both tracks on, be helpful. I have my graded media back in Avid in the correct place. And this is now the end of the AAF workflow. What we will do after this is we go through the online edit, we make sure we have all of our graded stuff, we make sure everything is in the right place, we bring the audio back, we put in things like living holds, clocks, idents if it's for broadcast or cinema, and then we have to do the whole online edit and then spit it out in the correct format, like an AVC 100 MXF OP1A Atom for broadcast, or a TIFF sequence for a DCP mastering somewhere else. So this is now the last phase of the grade. After this point we go on to the online edit. So that's how we take care of a project in Avid. So this has been a good overview of the entire AAF round trip workflow. Click on through to the next lecture once you are ready.